Hello YouTube! It's time for a video again. Well, the last time I did a video, it was the first time I showed my face, and I showed my face in front of Wolfie's tank. And I'm surprised at how many comments I got, but said they didn't realise how big Wolfie actually was. Come on, Wolfie, mate. Until they see him, put it in perspective to see your face against the fish. Right, so today I'm going to try to show my face a little bit more. But today we'll have a look at the ants. And also, I'll introduce my other half, the lady that holds the camera and does all the silly giggles. Come on, Wolfie. Let's introduce your mum. So this is the camera lady, Melanie. Say hi, Melanie.
Hi, YouTube.
She's the one that holds the camera and does all, and she likes watching me get bitten, and does all the silly giggles. So there we go. The silly giggle, face to the silly giggle. So there you are, you see the silly giggling lady. So now she's in charge of the camera again. So like, yeah, we'll have a look at the ants. I'll see if I can put my face next to the chancho. So without further ado, let's get on it! Yeah, so today I'm going to film my Amphilophus species. I'm sat in front of tanks with chancho. We're going to do update on the chancho, Amphilophus chancho, my labiatum, botoxomaniac, my citronellum, little Morris, and the trimac, Churchill. Oh yes. Anyway. Shut up laughing, missus. Anyway, so I'll just chuck a few pellets in here, and I'm going to get this camera back, and she can go and watch Coronation Street. She can go and watch Coronation Street, and I can waffle on in peace. Come on, Tank. I want to talk about him and tell you how long I've had him, how long he's taken to grow. But come on, Tank, mate. Let's get some pellets in here. There he goes. He's a right greedy old chunk of a fish, and he's absolutely massive. I hope it shows up on this video how big this fish actually is. But here's my fist. He's a big old boy. I'd say he's about 15 inches. Anyway, I want to get the camera back because all she does is laugh and giggles at me. I want to do it serious, so let's get on it. Right, I'm in charge of the camera now, and he's looking a lot better. His eyes are lovely and clear. I just had a quick look at that first bit of footage. His eyes look really white. That's because we had the backlight on. Yeah, the backlight on, so we could see what we're filming. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, how long we had this fish? Do you know what? This chancho came from Cichlids of the Americas in early 2014. He's looking down for some. I'm going to chuck some sinking pellets in. Here we go, handful of sinking pellets. He ain't got none of that. Well, he ain't got none of them, has he? Yeah, so 2014. I got 5 little juveniles, far smaller than convicts, who are about inch and a half long. So like March 14, what's that make him? Like a 6.5-year-old. So I would say the chancho is not the fastest of growing amphs, but if you've got the patience and you're prepared to wait, they make a beautiful, beautiful fish. Well, in my eyes, some people will say he's not beautiful. He ain't got no colours, but he's It's just a lovely, beautiful fish, full of character, and just a big old chunk and personality. It's so difficult to get good footage of him. He just stops in this corner, waiting at the top foot. I'm going to put lots of sinkings little tiny ones this time. There we go. I want him to get his head down. I want him to get his head down so we can actually see him. But the convicts have got their head down. But he won't get his head down. I want to see him feeding off the bottom. Yeah, so where was I? What was I going on about? Yeah, so he was bought in 2014. Cichlids of the Americas, got a group of 5, grew them all out. I got a breeding pair, but he's so aggressive with the female. I collected fries and I bred them and sold the foo on. Now he's getting his head down. Get your head down, boy. We want to see how thick your knuckle hump is. Yeah, so I'm not interested in breeding these fish now because it's easy to breed them. The hardest bit is growing the fry and having the tank space. So I just keep him as my little wet pet now. Or shall I say big wet pet. Right, that's a good shot. Now you can see how thick his head is across his shoulders. Anyway, yeah, it's about I think we've talked enough about tank, and we better move on. But if you can you see that little white bit in a wrinkle? That was a bit where he scabbed his head about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. From my experiences, if you fish, catch the skin on the head, it takes ages and ages and ages to heal up. And what really pisses me off, I shouldn't really say that, is that's the same happened to my Jaguar cichlid, and people keep telling me, your Jaguar cichlid's got a hole in the head. He ain't got bloody hole in the head. I'm fed up with saying it. Anyway, whatever. But that's getting nice. That's healing up nicely. Probably about 2 years. Shut up waffling. Shut up waffling. Let's move on to another tank. Right. Now we're at the Amphilophus labiatus, the red devil. This is Botox the Maniac. He's he's about 14 inches. It's probably only an inch shorter than a tank with chancho, but if you put him on a weighing scale, he'd be a lot less in weight, smaller. The red devil Amphilophus labiatus, a lot smaller and slender than a chancho. The chancho is a right chunk. Anyway, he lives here with this female dove eye, but if you look at her left pectoral fin, not that one, the other side. Can you see that? That's been damaged big time. Because these actually get it on together and spawn. But I don't bother collecting the fry. But last time the spawn, he broke the bony rays in her fins. So most fin damage heals up fairly easily. But then bony rays, they often leave scar tissue. So like, I reckon I could correct that if I had the time and patience. I've done it before in the past. If you chop with a sharp scalpel, past the bony ray, not past the bony ray. If you chop it past the scar tissue, it'll normally grow back 100% perfect again. Anyway, she's permanently damaged. Bloody Botox! You're a bully biffer! Let's give him some tucker. Right, I'll put some sinking pellets in here. There we go. So like them two get on really well. I'm a bit. She's absolutely. This is supposed to be an Amphilophus video, isn't it? Not parachromas, but she's absolutely a beautiful female. I'm a bit disappointed with her a pectoral thing being damaged. So I could do surgery on it, but if I do surgery on that, it's going to take about a year, maybe even longer, for it to get back into A1 shape again. I was thinking, shall I put a female red dove eye in here instead of the female blue? Because I'm running out of tank space. Anyway, am I derailing on this video and waffling on too much? I bloody am, ain't I always waffle on. You're going on miles too much. So this is a Jeff Rapp's Red Devil. He's got some nice lips. I have seen better. Yeah, I have seen better. I must admit he had better lips when I first bought him, but he's a good character anyway. He looks quite washed out on this video, the same as my red dove I do. But I'll assure you he's got better colours than that. Anyway, shut up waffling on about this tank, Woods. You're going to have to move on because this video is going to go on far too long again. Right, now I'm at the Amphilophus trimaculatus tank. This is what I call Churchill. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The reason why I call him Churchill, because if I've got any followers what have followed my channel for quite a few years, I had a massive Trimac. I used to call him Big Mac. Big Mac the Trimac. Anyway, unfortunately, time moves on and lost big old Big Mac. Anyway, so this is Churchill. Oh, yes. And I call him Churchill after the British Bulldog because if he grows anywhere like his grandpa, he's going to get 3 or 4 chins and get big and aggressive and fat. Anyway, his female's the other side of that divider, but she can come through whenever she wishes. But at this moment in time, I think it'll be not a wise choice if she came through, because I think he's in an aggressive mode. Yeah, so what can I say about him? Yeah, there's loads of amps out there, but look very, very, very similar. You know, like, that's why when you buy an amp from an unreputable dealer, no, not unreputable, that's not a very nice word to say, but when you buy an amp from your local fish store, you've got, you could say it's a My Devil, but I believe like Trimax and Leonci, they look completely different to most of the amps. But but these have got the same problem. They get confused with flare horns. Most flare horns are based from the old Trimac. Anyway, shut up waffling. We don't listen to all that garbage. I'm just showing me fish. Look how dark she is. She's up for it tonight, mate. She wants to be spawning. Anyway, then I talk some crap. Let's get on and move on. Let's get on it. Move on. Well, I'm at the Midas tank now. The citronellum, the Amphilophus citronellum, the pure Midas. I think I'm going to have to leave these. I wasn't expecting this, but these are actually spawning while we're watching them. There's all spawn on that dish down there, but I don't think it's going to be a successful spawning because they're getting so aggressive with one another. I reckon the male might eat it. Anyway, yeah, that's so, how coincidental is that? Let's see if it's Morris. That's little Morris. Is little Morris eating them? Anyway, I reckon I've waffled on enough about these Amphilophus species. I love my Amphilophus species as much as the Parachromas. Look at her spawning tube, it's massive. Let's see if we can get a shot of it. Absolutely massive. It's hanging down. I should have prolapse. You can tell she's been on it, can't you? She spawns every about 4 or 5 weeks. She's probably been on the game. You got a baggy fanny, love. Oh, bloody hell, we're lowering the tone. Now, look at it. Now we are lowering the tone. We better shut up and wrap this video up. Yeah, right, time to wrap this video up. I apologise for talking about baggy fannies. I hope the missus ain't watching this. Anyway, this is Botox again. I'll chuck a bit of tucker in here, and then I'll have to, let's get some in. There it goes, and the female, oh God, what am I on about? Like the female, Dovo, I got it. Yeah, anyway, like, so these are amphs, a beautiful fish to keep. And so my favourite fish are Amphilophus and Parachromis, and that's a good shot, isn't it? I got an Amphilophus because I got a gob full of grub. I got an Amphilophus and a Parachromis in the same shot. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, even though I talked about baggy saggy ones. I got it out. The missus don't watch it till the end. I'll get some earache. So, like, if you watch this video in the end, right till the end, put a message in the comments below. Earache Woods. God. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like these Central American fish, subscribe to my channel. Till next time, ta-ra!